Yeah, Fran, just first of all, how's the transition been for you coming back here?
That's good. It's fine. Like coming back home, so it's always a good deal to transition. Just coming back, I'm enjoying it. My family's enjoying it. Got settled in at our home, so everybody's excited.
Um, it's a new system. Is it much different from when you were here, and how much has the learning curve actually been for you to kind of get this system down?
The system's pretty good. It's a pretty cool system to be able to learn. So I kind of know it. I learned a few different systems. Another system I was in was pretty complex, so this one is not that hard for me to learn. Got it. I kind of picked up on it pretty quick.
You have some pieces to replace with, obviously, with two NFL level players leaving. What have you seen just from the guys, the incumbents that are coming back, and how they're handling spring so far?
We got work, but we got a long way to go.
Mm-hmm.
Got a lot of work to go. You know what I mean? I've consistent years of just getting guys drafted, so knowing what it looks like, knowing where it's at. I've been doing it since I've been coaching, I think, 5 straight years now. Be a guy that have an opportunity to play in the NFL, so we got a long way to go. We got some guys that have an opportunity to do it if they're willing to put the work in. You know what I mean? To get things to achieve things you've never achieved before, you have to do some things you've never done, so we got some work to do, but I'm excited watching them. I'm enjoying it. I love challenges, so we'll have some fun.
Who are those guys that you see that potential in?
All of them. They all have potential. Each and every one guy. Braswell can play football. He's a tough kid. Linwood Crump, got a chance to be here with before. I like Clark, the young redshirt freshman. He's a good player. So I think there's a bunch of them. Chauncey Moore can play. All those kids can play. They're all some pretty good football players, so I'm enjoying watching them. Ty Mason, I get a chance. I got to practice with Crump and Mason individually, but when I get with those guys Friday, it kind of helps out a lot. But I'm even excited about Aaron Adu. He's doing a good job. So they're all out there competing, just trying to play ball.
Crump has the most experience. How much are you kind of going to be leaning on a guy like that?
I'm leaning on the hardest worker. I'm leaning on the guy that executes the most plays. But I'm excited about Crump. Crump has played. I've known Crump. He understands my style of coaching. So it'll be some fun, but I'm going to lean on the guy that executes the plays the most.
These players are learning a new defense. But how has that been kind of teaching them and having them learn yet another kind of system?
I'll teach them another system, but most systems are similar. Just have different tweaks in it, So just kind of try to understand what they knew, what they called different things, and then you try to switch it around a little bit so that way they're still comfortable at learning it. You'll tell them, hey, man, I know this may seem like thirds. Y'all might have called this blue, but this blue is the same thing as black. So it's just kind of the same thing. It's just, defenses, everyone says, hey, this defense we running is like different. This defense is that, man. Defense is defense. It's going to be 11 guys on the football field. You're either going to play thirds, you're going to play man. You're going to do different things. Cover two is cover two. So, there's a couple tweaks in it, a couple different things, ways you'll read it. But, for the most part, it's all about technique and discipline.
Frank, you talked about your coaching style, and Linwood knows it. You coached Champ and these guys, and they knew your style was hard. Like, I'm going to get on you. We've seen it on the field. Does it help to have a guy that's almost kind of like a coach on the field and be like, hey, Fran's going to get on you, but you got to listen to what he's saying as much as anything. Does it help to kind of have that to kind of like reestablish that culture with some of the guys that don't know you?
It helps with him. It helps him, so he kind of understands where it's at. Being a freshman when he first coming, it's like, wow, why'd I come here? And now he's like, oh, I can't wait to have him back. And then it helps with, Bradley, Chappelle, Karamo, all those guys that got to see it. And it's like, yeah, we're happy that he's back, so it helps a lot. But, got other kid that came to the school now because of different things that happened. So it's a couple guys that I knew, and then I recruited Mason and also Braswell. So those guys being able to be here, they came for me to coach them. So now they have an opportunity to get what they wanted in the beginning of their college career. So it helps. I'm not going to change it. It helps that other guys can talk to you about it, but until you're in that fire, that's the way you kind of learn and understand it, which some of them are going through right now.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like I tell them, hey, listen, man, on the football field is the field. I get on them on the field. We're going to go back and forth on the field. As soon as you leave the field, I kind of forgot. I'm going to go up to the film room, watch this tape, and then see how I can help you get better. See what I can do to make you be a better player, to allow you to dominate tomorrow. And that's really what it's about, just taking advantage of the opportunities that we have that day.
How's Fran Brown going?
Kamara's doing well. You know, he had a slight little thing that went on with him, so he's doing well mentally right now. But you got to stay on him. Yeah, he's a little banged. Kamara's doing well though. Kamara's just busting his butt, man. Kamara's a hard worker though. You know, he works hard. That's my guy. You know, it's one of my favorite people I've ever got a chance to recruit and just be around. Our dynamics were pretty similar because of our upbringings and family background. But you know, I truly have deep love for Fran Brown. That's my guy.
I don't know. Can you say is he like? Do you think he'll be back for the spring, or is it kind of just wait and see?
I'm not sure. I don't know if he'll be back for the spring. I know he'll catch a mic later on, and you know those are medical things that I try to stay away from. That's a little above my pay grade. So. Yeah.
What about just the rest of, or anybody you're seeing? I like asking some of the guys that you're seeing on the other side of the ball. Who are some of the receivers that you see that are flashing and making it difficult for the DBs? Anybody you've seen this kind of flash a little bit?
B-Mac, Brandon Mack, Jaden Blue, Isaiah Wright, of course, Isaiah. It's a bunch of them, though. They all, like Smith. It's a kid named Smith, 83. Yeah, Smith, he's doing a good job. I mean, I'm just sitting there watching them, and I mean, they're all getting better. Coach Dad works his butt off. You know, I knew Coach Dad for a long time, and just watching what he's doing with them and just seeing them go from practice 1 to practice 7, they're already making great leaps and jumps. So, you know, I'm excited about them, and it helps us too. So both sides of the ball, you know what I mean? If you're not playing against guys that can play and eventually play on the next level, then, you know, you won't get better. So they help us stay sharp. I'm excited about them guys.
Fran, on a personal note, how tough was it for you when Manny left and then the whole thing was up in the air again and you kind of had to keep things together here? Was that tough for you? How difficult was that situation?
Tough in reference to what?
Just handling the whole situation, the uncertainty, everything going on.
I mean, I grew up in Camden, New Jersey, so, you know, my whole life been tough. My mother had me at 13 years old, so, you know, every obstacle that comes my way, I try to make it an advantage and just make the best of it, bust my butt. Me and Mr. Kraft had a chance to talk. Me and Pat Kraft talked, and it was just like, hey, this is what we need to get done. Let's go get this done. And I said, Pat, I got you. Let's go get it done so we can find the best candidate for this situation, for us, for our football team, so that way we can go out and compete the best of our ability. So, you know what I mean? It was every obstacle that comes my way, I just truly making an advantage. A lot of people talk about it, but as I said a second ago, I was born and raised in Camden, so, you know what I mean, it was about nothing. I was excited. I got a job, you know, so it was pretty cool.
And you get on the other side of the ball. You were here when Russo was recruited.
Yeah,
and everybody
kind of helped him.
Like yeah, and he had LSU was interested. He was a fairly highly notable recruit. Then he comes in, he doesn't play right away, and he goes through that progression. Can you talk about what you saw from when he was being recruited from Wood to where you've seen him develop now, even just following from a distance and now being back? And seeing what
he always had some natural leader ability. But he was also here with P.J. Walker and them, so he wasn't able to fully see it. So he kind of like just set back. But I seen that class kind of gel around him a little bit, but he still was like, all right, I'm PJ's and I'm a young guy. Then there was other guys ahead of me, so he didn't fully take that step. But even when you watch him through the recruiting and do like different things, you'll see him on through the whole, like, you know, social media and all like that. He's always just been a leader, and his family were great people. I think the kid was raised right. When you really raised the way he was raised and come up with those like type of family dynamics, he's just bringing all that here, just showing who he is. But he's been a leader from day one. I remember us all just recruiting him. It was fun to get him then. You know, it was excited, but like he's a city boy too. You know, everybody say all that, but like this what he built for it. Like he's a city kid. Like he loves he loves this atmosphere. He loves the Phillies, Eagles, all that kind of stuff. So I mean, it was exciting, but he's home. And now I think he's able to step up and be a leader the way he wants to lead. And then he has those other guys that he was able to look up to with P.J. Walker and Jahad Thomas, you know, all those guys that played, Hassan Reddick. He saw that, so, you know, he's able to, now it's my time, I got to get it done like that because he knows what it's supposed to look like.
What about, I know, you know if you'll definitely have him, but just having Harrison Hand back here, having him at practice, even just some of the stuff we see on social media, looks like he's having fun, looks like he's acclimating himself. How do you see, you've been with him, you know him as well as anybody, how has he been just in coming back home?
It's a good adjustment for him coming back home. I'm always a little upset because I understand why he's here, you know, losing his cousin. And,
sure.
different family situations. So it's like, dang. And then now to see him smiling again, because when he was first here, at first it was like, dang, you here, but I think it's a shame. You know what I'm saying? Just understanding losing anyone in your family that's close to you is always hard to go through. But he seems like he's really getting acclimated to the situation, and just watching him around it, he's in his atmosphere, play high school ball across the river, family's home, gets to go to church with his family. You know, his uncle's a pastor, family's all in the church, so he gets to do that on Sundays, still be around his family the way he wants to, and protect his mom the way he really wants to be able to protect his mother. So I'm happy that I'm starting to see him smile like himself again. You know, I haven't seen this completely since he was in high school, when he was recruiting him. And like seeing him, like, wow, the kid's happy, he's just comfortable, and I mean, he's out there running around and just having fun, you know, executing plays every day, just having fun. So I'm excited about him becoming comfortable, you know, just being in that happy space. You know, it's nothing like when your mental isn't like right, and I'm happy that he's mentally like coming along to where he should be. That it feels good. It's great to see that.